Hi, and welcome back for day 18 of 365 days of art. I have day 17 behind me where I followed a tutorial learning how to paint a tree. Moderately happy with how it came out, so today we're going to run through another tutorial. My focus is more on the trunk of the tree this time. Assuming that goes well, tomorrow I'm going to put those steps to practice and we'll do a comparison picture again where I will paint a tree from memory, and then I'll paint a tree using a reference picture, and we'll see the difference that you get when you do those types of steps. Without further ado, the tutorial I am following today is how to paint a tree with acrylic lesson 9. This is by the same person I followed yesterday, Acrylic Painting Techniques. You can find them on YouTube. But first, let's see what sorts of results I get. Keeping a similar color palette to yesterday's tree, I'm still using Arteza acrylics, titanium white, mid yellow, yellow ochre, Prussian green, yellow green, Mars brown, and Van Dyke brown. That being said, let's get started. Okay, here we have the finished piece, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I really do like how the trunk came out. I was able to follow along, and this tutorial was really great for that. I, however, don't recommend the tutorial to try to get the type of tree he was doing. He was doing this very beautiful, like, falling soft branches, and I'm not sure what brush he was using. I'm not sure exactly what he was doing to get that effect. So if you kind of saw at the end there, I just covered up what I was doing. I wasn't happy with it. There was no point in trying to keep creating the effect because there was really no instructions on how to create the effect. So I deviated and just kind of did my own thing, because the nice thing about acrylic is it's all about the layers to get the fun effects. It's also all about the layers when you just want to cover something up. So like I was saying, I do recommend this tutorial if you like the way the tree trunk came out. However, the thing to note about his tutorials is that they're really more of a time lapse with the occasional tidbit of information on maybe the color that he's using, but he didn't explain the brush that he was using. And while the fun thing about painting, don't get me wrong, is you can use a simple round brush or flat brush for a variety of effects, and you can make it do what you want it to do. You don't have to own every brush under the sun. But when you're watching a tutorial for the first time, and especially when they're not explaining to you what's actually going on and you're just visually seeing it, it's hard to recreate the effect without knowing what brush they're doing and how they're doing it. You know, is their brush wet with water? Does it just have a lot of paint on it? Does it have to do with the way they primed the canvas beforehand? I will say I just had a very simple layer of gesso in here, sanded down to a smooth finish, but maybe not as repellent. But that's where we don't worry about it. It's a mistake, that's okay. Practicing, right? So that's why at the end I just decided, I'm not gonna leave it like that. I wanna create something I'm at least semi-happy with. And so I did this. It's not really what I wanted, but it visually looks all right, and it's a way I could salvage a painting if I really wanted to and didn't want to have to start over. So I mean, fun tutorial, but it's a little more time-lapse and a little less tutorial and kind of explaining exactly what's going on to get the effects that I was wanting. So that is my daily journal for today. We are going to be back tomorrow with more trees, and then we'll move on to something else. If you have a suggestion of something you would like for me to try painting, please post it in the comments and I will take a look. Maybe we'll play around with it. If you're doing anything artsy, as always, I would love to see that. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.